Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Arjun Chaudhary. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Friday, the 5th of June. Nestle withdraws Maggi noodles from Indian stores after being deemed unsafe. Sindh government steps up action against seminaries promoting extremism. And Bollwyood sails through contemporary family matters with Dil Dhadakne Do. And now for all the details. Nestle India has withdrawn its hugely popular Maggi noodles from stores in the country after allegations of excess amount of lead being found in its packets emerged. The instant noodles has already been banned in various provinces in India following the controversy.
Nestle said the company has decided to take the noodles off the shelves across India following the controversy. The company, however, insisted that the noodles were completely safe and it would be back in stores soon.
The Maggi noodles in Nestle India are safe for consumption. The atmosphere and environment is not conducive. Trust has been shaken and therefore is not conducive. We felt to have our product on the shelf.
The noodles ran into controversy after a sample tested by food authorities in northern Uttar Pradesh showed excess amount of monosodium glutamate and lead in it. Subsequently, random samples tested in many provinces across the country also suggested the same. Following the development, Uttar Pradesh, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Jammu and Kashmir, Gujarat, Delhi and Madhya Pradesh imposed temporary ban on its sale. The controversy has, however, broken the hearts of many for whom Maggi was their favourite instant food item.
मैगी मैं पहले बहुत पसंद करती थी, मेरी फेवरेट डिशों में हुआ करती थी. जब भी मम्मी घर पे नहीं होती थी, मैगी वाज लाइक ये मेरी जान है, मैगी मुझे खानी है. बट जब से मैगी में ये कीटाणु और ये सब पाए गए हैं, तब से मैगी खाना छोड़ दिया है और इस चीज़ का मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा अफसोस है.
पहले हमारे घर में बच्चे मैगी खाते थे, डिमांड करते थे तो हम उनको ला के देते थे. हमारे घर में भी स्टॉक रहता था, बल्कि जब से हमने न्यूज़ में सुना है, हमने पूरा स्टॉक उठा के बाहर फेंक दिया.
2 minutes. For years, Maggi noodles have been a hugely popular snack in the country. The instant noodles, which cost just 20 cents a packet, was a hit amongst children, college students and even office goers because of its easy and quick preparation time. Following the controversy in India, countries like UK have also reportedly initiated probe into the matter.
Indian government had decided to seal the country's border with Myanmar after a terror attack on the army in Manipur left at least 20 soldiers dead and 10 others injured. The ambush, said to be one of the biggest on the army in recent times, has aroused security concerns in the northeastern region.
India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval took stock of the situation in Manipur in the wake of the gruesome incident. Indian authorities have ordered to launch an all-out search and destroy operations against militant hideouts in the thick jungles along the Indo-Myanmar border as well as the hinterland of the province. An army convoy was attacked in Chandel district, about 77 miles from capital Imphal and around 9 miles from the Myanmar border on Thursday. The well-planned and clinically executed militant ambush was carried out by rocket-propelled grenades and improvised explosive devices. Newly formed terror outfit United Liberation Front of Western Southeast Asia, which is a coalition of various small insurgent groups, claimed responsibility for the attack. According to intelligence, the militia operates from Myanmar, which shares extensive border with India's northeastern region. Following the strike, the Indian government has decided to deploy more forces to intensify operations in the area.
ये बड़ा दुखद घटना है. इस ट्रेजेडी को हम लोग बहुत गंभीर से लिया है क्योंकि हमारे इतने 20 जवानों की जानें चले गए हैं. हम लोग उम्मीद करते थे कि शांति बहाल होगा, लेकिन कुछ लोग शांति नहीं लाना चाहता है, तो इस तरह का घटना हो रहा है.
This is the deadliest attack on the army in 2 decades. In 1982, at least 20 soldiers were killed in a strike in the province.
UN has urged Sri Lanka to carry out the 20th Amendment to the Constitution. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, over a telephonic conversation with President Maithripala Sirisena on Thursday, said he wished to see the speedy implementation of the constitutional reforms. President Sirisena had recently announced that his country will have a new parliament in September. Ever since assuming office early this year, the new government has been making efforts to change the proportional representation system in the country. The amendment also aims to increase the number of seats in the parliament. The legislation has, however, not gone down well due to strong opposition from small political parties who fear it would prove to be disadvantageous for them. The Sindh government in Pakistan has ordered a crackdown on at least 48 religious seminaries in the southern province. These madrasas, run by radical groups, are found to be promoting terrorism. A report.
A high-level committee chaired by Sindh Chief Minister Qaim Ali Shah on Thursday decided to intensify crackdown on the growing extremism in the province. The meeting was also attended by top military, paramilitary and intelligence officials. Authorities have reportedly identified at least 48 religious schools in this province of Pakistan that promote extremism and are involved in radicalizing its students and sending them to conduct terrorist activities in various regions of Pakistan. The Sindh government has also decided to cut off the sources of finance for these seminaries. A number of such religious centers in Pakistan have been collecting funds through many illegal ways, including extortion, ransom, land grabbing, smuggling and collection of donations, and selling animal hides. The government said it will also initiate tough action against those smuggling oil from Iran, which has been for long believed to be a main source of funding for these groups.
पेट्रोल यहाँ पर स्मगल होता है, ईरानी पेट्रोल जो है यहाँ पर मुख्तलिफ तरीकों से आता है. वो टैंकर जहाँ पर पेट्रोल पंप्स पे पेट्रोल सप्लाई करते हैं, उस पेट्रोल पंप को सील किया जाएगा और उसके मालिक के खिलाफ भी कार्रवाई की जाएगी, उसके मालिक को भी अरेस्ट किया जाएगा.
Sindh province has been witnessing an increase in extremism lately. Provincial capital Karachi has been the center of some of the most high-profile sectarian killings in Pakistan in recent times.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will leave for Bangladeshi capital Dhaka for a two-day visit beginning on Saturday. The visit is expected to resolve a number of long-standing bilateral issues other than strengthening ties between the two neighbours. Our political editor Smita Prakash has more in this report.
In the 1 year after winning a historic mandate, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has visited 18 countries, including several neighbours in South Asia. But this would be his first trip to Bangladesh since taking office. A warm welcome awaits in the capital Dhaka.
One has a lot of expectation and we are confident it will be an important visit in cementing ties further.
One major item on the agenda, the signing of a land boundary agreement that will bring to a close negotiations that began more than 40 years ago. Last month, the Indian Parliament finally ratified the agreement on demarcation of a section of the India-Bangladesh border and the exchange of territories. But another long-standing sticky issue remains unresolved, that of sharing river water between the two countries.
We hope, as land boundary agreement is going to be implemented, one day Tista, we have firm hope that Tista agreement will be signed, and we will settle water sharing issues through negotiation.
During the visit, India will pitch for a greater role in building Bangladesh's infrastructure, especially in the construction of roads and ports, with the twin objective of improving bilateral relations as well as to stem China's presence in this region. Bangladesh's Navy recently purchased 2 Chinese submarines and 2 frigates, causing much alarm here in New Delhi. Mr. Modi's neighbourhood first policy has resulted in India giving fresh impetus to relations in this region. Smita Prakash, South Asia Newsline, New Delhi.
While the Afghan Taliban has stepped up violence throughout the war-torn nation, it is set to strengthen its armory against the government through poppy cultivation. Afghanistan, which is the third largest producer of opium in the world, is providing a rich source of income to the terror outfits.
It is the cash crop of the Taliban and the scourge of Afghanistan. Mafia and terrorists are annually receiving over $70 billion from narcotics in Afghanistan, reports have emerged. Investigation by Afghan Ministry of Counter-Narcotics showed that such groups receive illegal money from the intractable opium cultivation, producing and smuggling of narcotics. Nearly $2 billion of this amount goes to fund Pakistan Taliban, which is the main hand behind rising insurgency in both Afghanistan and Pakistan. A report by United Nations suggested that Afghanistan accounts for 90% of the world's illegal opium and is the third largest producer of opiate after Myanmar and Laos. United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime had estimated that the country had 224,000 hectares of land planted with poppies in 2014. Poppy farmers in Afghanistan are expecting a windfall as they get ready to harvest opium from a new variety of seeds said to boost yield of the resin that produces heroin. These plants grow bigger, faster, use less water than the seeds used before, and give up to double the amount of opium. The high rate of return on investment from the cultivation has driven an agricultural shift in Afghanistan from growing traditional crops to opium poppy.
Bollywood's experiments with life-changing trips continue this weekend too. And if it comes out from the closet of a filmmaker, quite adept at giving a slice of live cinema, aspirations already run high. Take a look.
Two loveless marriages, a few unlikely lessons, one exemplary case of sibling bonding, and a cruise trip that changes the traveller's perspective towards life. With a cast of 26 actors, Dil Dhadakne Do is one of the biggest recent ensembles. Directed by Zoya Akhtar, it offers a contemporary household caught in their own set of issues.
You know my beautiful wife, but aaj agar tumhara saath na ho, to main kuch bhi nahi.
The film has already attracted eyeballs with its multiple screenings across the country. Leading cast including Anil Kapoor, Shefali Shah, Priyanka Chopra, Ranveer Singh, Farhan Akhtar and Anushka Sharma all posed together in the same frame at a special showcase in capital New Delhi. The actors said working in Zoya's films is a memorable experience.
I had to do a little bit of prep. You know, Zoya has a very distinctive requirement when it comes to performance, you know. So once you get on Zoya's page, then you can just flow from there.
Bollywood actor Deepika Padukone, Sharman Joshi and Geeta Basra also took time off to watch the film with their friends in entertainment capital Mumbai.
Her character, from the father, mother to all the characters, someone or the other you are bound to relate to. And it was beautiful. I think it was really touching and I loved the way it was done.
Dil Dhadakne Do is a story about a family caught in its own matters and buried under pressure to behave the way the society wants them to behave. Zoya brought her team to Western Ahmedabad too. She said her love for mammoth star cast continues with her latest too.
For me, casting is a very key process because my films are populated with characters. I have lots of characters in my movies, and it's about people and it's about human relationships and there are lots and lots of people. So the trick for me is to cast it correctly. I needed firstly to the family.
Dil Dhadakne Do revolves around a dysfunctional family and the interpersonal equations its members share with each other. While the daughter is facing the breakdown of her wedding, the son is not sure about getting married to the girl of his parents' choice. To bring their lives back on track, the family takes on a 2-week-long cruise that ends up becoming a life-altering experience for them.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories once again. Nestle withdraws Maggi noodles from Indian stores after being deemed unsafe. Sindh government steps up action against seminaries promoting extremism. And Bollywood sails through contemporary family matters with Dil Dhadakne Do. Now viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. And that's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time next week. Have a great weekend and good night.